What's going on, everyone? Steve here from Burke Family 54 Comics, and we're going to be talking about Absolute Batman 16. It came out today. We're going to talk about it, review it. Full disclosure, I read it a couple weeks ago, so I'm not as quite up to date on it as I once was. But what I will say, Scott Snyder, Nick Dragata, Frank Martin, Clayton Cowles, they killed it. Let's go. So what's interesting about this issue is we actually see Bruce finally working. He's taking a break here, sleeping, working at a construction site. We know he's an engineer. He goes to see his friends from Crime Alley that have had some issues after being in Arc M, and it's really starting to weigh on him, like in terms of like how he feels, how sad he is, you know, what he wishes he could have done to help his friends, including obviously Waylon. In this issue, whole issue is about Bruce trying to help Waylon come back from being, you know, a crocodile back into becoming Waylon Jones, the person. And as we knew from Absolute Wonder Woman 15, he has that talisman of Hecate, which allows him to have an audience with Diana, but it only works 3 times. He already used it once in Absolute Wonder Woman 15. He's using it again here in Absolute Batman 16. And he's like, you know, I need something that will help him become a human again. She goes, well, I can help you, but what we need is actually not on this plane. And so we need to go somewhere to get it. And so they start this journey. What's funny actually about this journey is that she's like, it's a few weeks time. And he goes, well, I have a job, which is, he mentions at the beginning, or we see at the beginning of the issue. She goes, well, time works differently there. And what's funny is that if you go back and read the beginning here, his boss says, where does he say it? Get out there, touch some grass, ride a horse, get in a fight, just have some fun. We'll come back to that. We will come back to that. Scott Snyder does a phenomenal job of like foreshadowing what's happening. And you actually sort of see it a lot more in movies now as well. So they go to this other plane to try to find Acrolis, I think is his name. And it's a pretty big journey ahead of them. They see a Cyclops, they see all these different crazy animals. They're talking about Bruce's past. And she's saying, you know, no child should ever have to go through that. And then we see her put coins on his dead person's eyes. And he goes, the coins? He goes, yeah, payment for Chiron, the ferryman, to buy passage to Elysium where the fallen heroes dwell. And they keep going. And here you see Alfred feeding Waylon Jones. And he's saying, don't eat me. It's this pretty funny panel. They get there and she says, you know, seeing Acrolis, the centaur, it's going to require some sacrifice if you want to get Waylon Jones to become human again. And his bow makes 2 legs and a 4 and 4 and a 2, which, I mean, again, another great foreshadowing for this issue by Scott Snyder. Then she puts coins on his eyes and he has a dream where he gets to see his dad again for the first time since he was a kid, where he was essentially killed at the zoo in front of him, in front of all of his friends. And this dream where he gets to see him, it's like, he's like, you know, where are you? He's like, well, I'm between, you know, worlds, but like, this is the last time that I should be able to see you. It's a phenomenal, like for me, as someone who didn't really have a dad growing up, like I did, but like it's a whole different thing. I see this as more like seeing my grandpa, because like my grandpa and I were really, really, really close. He was the only like fatherly figure that I had constant in my life. And whenever I have dreams with him in it, I'm always happy when I wake up. So like, I think that's kind of what's going on here. Okay. So he wakes up, they go to the bridge where Acrolis is, the centaur, and they fight him for his bow or whatever it is, the thing he needs to help Waylon. And it's a pretty good fight. And I love this panel right here. And they put up a really good fight. But this guy is, he's in this different plane for a reason. Like, he's going to be difficult to defeat, even if you are Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman. Batman gets kicked here. And the centaur is about to shoot Absolute Wonder Woman. And Bruce comes down on the Pegasus I think that's what his name is. I don't read Absolute Wonder Woman as much as I used to. I think there's a different name for it. Whatever the horse is that she rides. And he goes, look, Diana, look out. He gets shot instead. That's his sacrifice. And then Diana takes care of the rest. She takes him back to the other plane. And he wakes up and he sees that he was shot with the magic that he needs to use for Waylon to become a human again. Turns 2 legs into 4 and 4 into 2, the artifact. Everything you need lies inside you, is what she said earlier in the issue. So he goes back to work, and his boss said, wow, what happened with you? He goes, oh, just touched some grass, rode a horse, got in a fight, which is funny because that's absolutely exactly what happened. And he brings artifact to Waylon, and he leaves this note that says, Way, wear this necklace, let it touch your skin. You are never alone. So I think this issue does a great job of, letting the reader know that Bruce really does care about his friends, regardless of what happened to them. And he's trying his best to help every single one of them, including what happens here. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. It's a fun issue. Great foreshadowing, lots of action. I love that we get to see Bruce in his, real life day-to-day job, which we've not really seen that much of. And I love that he's always trying to do the good thing. And also it's great that we see, the talisman of Hecate from Absolute Wonder Woman 15. So you get to see, that story. That was part 1. This is part 2, even though they are their own stories, they do a great job of counterbalancing each other. It's a great second chapter to the crossover for sure. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Comes out today, Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Make sure you guys go pick it up. It is amazing. I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about today's video. Are you guys picking up this book? All that and more. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's morphin' time.